Okay.
You have to understand, either you are with us or you are against us.
So black man would have never did
Voted in
that.
a pussy.
Yeah, man, Barack Obama for wearing a brown suit.
Okay, so it is what it is. I'm not alone until I get the whole familia with me tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. 414 stand up. What it do? What it do? It's your boy, Kevin Barnes, the militant with a microphone, the man in black, the mouthpiece of the movement, aka the Negro Whisperer, in here for another edition of Outlaw Radio, live from the basement on a Monday night. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the beginning of the work week. I know y'all salty and sad. You got to go back to work. But this will help ease the transition back into a week. It's Outlaw Radio, man. Shout out to everybody who follows us. Shout out to everybody who supports the platform. We're on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Tomorrow night, we'll do the Big Black Sports Show, another edition of Outlaw Radio on Wednesday, and then Outlaw Nation on Thursday. I'm not alone. I do have a guest, a very esteemed guest. My brother, you want to tell the people who you are?
Yo, what it do? This your boy Melvin James, host of 414 Video Spotlight. What's good?
What's going on, man? I'm glad to have you here. Give it up for you.
Hey.
So welcome to our platform. And what we normally do is I try to stay in tune with the community and bring any and everybody on that's doing something positive or progressive, or just trying to give some shine and some spotlight to the 414, which I believe is something that you do very well. So I've been following you for some years. So I'm like, let me reach out to this brother and see if I can get a conversation with him to see what's going on with him nowadays. So we're going to talk a lot about why you do what you do, how you do what you do, where you do what you do, and when you do what you do. We're going to be able to do all of that.
Okay.
I do want to shout out to my brother Ken Brown, who's an artist in the city, who's done several murals and several large artworks that you see around the city, in particular in the black community. Shout out to that brother. He is a very strong supporter of Outlaw Radio. Actually, he went to King with me, so he's a King graduate, such as myself. But he's interested in some sponsorships and some productions through the People's Network, through Outlaw Radio. So we definitely support that. This brother sells art, incredible art, man. I put up his access to his wall in my stories, so you can go and purchase things. But just to take a look at his book that he has out, he's doing fashion. He'll be on the show pretty soon, man. So sure you support him. His name is Ken Brown. You'll see more of him as we move along, man. Also want to shout out Kamar Carter, who is my co-host, who is the Ghetto Witch Doctor, who is out in the field tonight doing live. Oh no, he's doing Meatless Monday. Let me see if I can bring him in. My brother, what's going on with you?
Peace, peace. How y'all doing out there?
All right, now. What's up now?
All right, all right.
So what's going on with you, man?
Hey man, sitting outside out here, meatless Mondays. You know, I left my the light fixture thing that I bought. I left it at home, so I figured I'm gonna come out here, sit in the car, and do meatless Monday. You can hear me better. I can hear y'all better, so this should go a lot better.
Okay, so if people are wondering, Meatless Mondays is down at the Taste off 35th and Capitol. So make sure you support my brother Meatless Mondays. They have a vegan menu that they present to people, and from what I hear is pretty good food. I'll be down there as soon as possible. I can't get down there right now, but I'll be down there as soon as possible.
Definitely, it's going down today. We got kicking chili. It's spicy chili, and then we also got stewed cabbage over dirty rice.
Okay.
We got Vitalities in the building. You're gonna get your free elderberry with every meal. It's going down. Then we also got drink specials. We got cupcakes, ice cream, that banana pudding ice cream, Oreo cookie ice cream, and strawberry cheesecake ice cream. And Tasha also got her famous dip down here.
You're making me hungry.
Man, I'm telling you, got to come on down. We be here till 9.
Okay. And what's the address?
What is it? 35, 45, right? It's just off 35th and Capitol. It's just off 35th and Capitol, next door to the post office.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I have my brother Melvin James here. Like I said, I'm glad to have him here. I want to get him taken care of. My brother. Now, let's start from the beginning. You are from where?
I Wisconsin, but I was born in Chicago. My mom brought me here when I was 6 months.
Okay.
So I don't really represent Chicago because I don't know about it. I was born there. Like I said, 6 months. She brought me here or something like that. Either 6 months or 6 years old. One of the two. So
Okay.
I don't remember Chicago, so I'm gonna say I'm from Milwaukee.
Okay. And what part of town you grew up in?
Man, mostly on the west side, west
Okay.
line. You know, that's where I kind of really my life really got
You grew up
started.
in West. I grew up in West Line.
Huh?
I grew up in West Line till I was 15.
How old? Oh, until you was 15.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
47 now. I left West Line. I want to say in '89.
89. Oh no, yeah, that was before me. Well, uh,
Now, my family came up in West Line when West Line was first getting built. They was out there.
yeah. Did you go to the center a lot?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I played football for the Spartans and everything.
Yeah, I played with Bob was the coach. We played
Yeah.
basketball.
Bobby Ricardo.
Yeah, you remember Ricky Allen?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Ricky Allen. That's my man's.
yeah, so yeah, I probably know you.
Oh
I
yeah. Definitely.
good now, but I probably know you.
I'm glad.
Right.
I'm glad
Right.
you could connect. I'm glad y'all could connect. I was born and raised on Capitol Drive, so let me just throw that out there. Capitol Drive, stand up, right? Capitol Drive and Atkinson, stand.
But you was born when the Capitol used to be good. Now
Uh
it's
oh.
out.
Uh oh. So okay. So born and raised North Sider, such as myself. I'm assuming we're in the same age groupings, not necessarily the same age, but the same generation. Um, Now hip hop. Now well, music, period, because I don't know if it's just hip hop, because I don't know if you're into other kinds of music, but you do the 414 spotlight. We'll get into that. But what drew you to music?
I was already into music before I started the show.
Okay.
I produced 2 CDs with Poetic Soldiers, my 2 cousins. That's where it really got started with the music.
Okay.
So I was doing music. What was that? We dropped that first CD in '89. Yeah.
Okay.
Was it '89? 92? 89, 92? One of them years. It's been so long. So, but
Right.
that's where it really kind of got started at.
Okay. So you and so are you instrumentalist, or you play, or you just technically sonically with the buttons, with the
With the
machine?
button, yeah, I don't play the instruments.
Okay. 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 Because I mean, and it's almost like all of us in our age range. At one point, we wanted to rap, or we was trying to rap, or we was trying to do beats, or we was dancing, or something. We was
All
doing
I did
something with
all that, yeah.
right. So okay. So you're doing the producer thing. How did this go? How did you transition? Because I'm start from your production career.
So I did that for about 2 years. We did 2 CDs, 2 albums rather. And after that, I kind of slowly started fading in and shooting music videos. And as
Okay.
I tried to do that, I said to myself, like, man, I wonder how can I get these on TV? It was just a thought.
Hmm.
And like that was a while back, maybe more of maybe like 2000, 2005. I think I kind of had that thought somewhere around it. It's been so long. But me and my wife started doing weddings, amazing network, amazing moments. We started filming. I was the photographer for all the pictures and the videos for that. But at the same time, I was still shooting music videos. And then we started a different show first called Amazing Networking Group. No videos. It was just a community show that's kind of broadcast what was going on around the city. They used to come on Ion at 9:30 a.m. I don't know
Okay.
if you remember that or not, but that was the first show. Yeah, 9:30 a.m. It was shot on 55. So that lasted for about a year. And then we kind of moved to something called Share the Stage. It was a dance competition. Y'all know who Big Mike is?
Well, which one?
Big Mike's Time.
I don't know him.
You
I
know
don't.
Big Mike? Okay. Anyway, they was involved with a lot of the dance stuff. So we
Okay.
kind of started something with the dance and all that. That lasted for about, I think about 4 or 5 months or so, something like that.
Hmm.
And then that thought came back because now I'm on TV. So since I already had a TV show, the thought came back of me doing a music video show. So I put together a half-hour show, submitted it to all the stations, and 24 gave me the best price.
Okay. And so how long has your show been on the air?
10 years. It started in 2012, like September, the mid September.
Okay.
September. No,
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what honestly, because I want to get to the video part of it too, but I think one of the most interesting things is what drew me to your organization initially was I remember you started a studio back in the days, and I was just starting to do podcasting. So I was trying to figure out where should I go and how should I do it and how should I shoot it. And I remember that there was the 41 was it 414 Studios? What was the name of the studio?
that's it. 414 Studios.
Okay, so I wanted to come up there. I was like, I need to get up there. I need to get. So I was reaching out, whatever. I didn't necessarily connect with you, but I was always on. Like, man, that's an idea to start because I felt like, and what I feel like right now is Milwaukee needs a multimedia center, some
Hmm.
sort of imprint, because I feel like our media here, in particular, our mainstream media. I've said this a million times on our show. Our black media in Milwaukee is Chitlin Circuit at best. I don't feel like we're represented very well. I feel like our outlets are compromised. And I just feel like, especially when I look at YouTube, because we're on YouTube, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we don't really have that national entity like other cities have. And I feel like that talent is here and the people are here. I know we are a city of silos, but this is what my original intention with starting the People's Network was. So I identified with what you were trying to do. Let's talk about the studio and how you came up with that and how you developed that.
What did the whole concept is kind of like 106 in Park when you look at the show, and that's where my mind was. Like I always wanted to have like a live studio audience, so that's why we got the studio.
Okay.
And that's how I kind of got started. We did a couple of those shows, turned out pretty good. Some was good, some was bad. But after a while, we just started renting out the place, having parties, having shows, having concerts, and we just utilized the whole building.
Okay. And so I know because I came there, actually it was funny. I came there for the OMG Awards one year. And it
Choo
was,
choo.
yeah. And shout out to Courtney Francois, who is one of my co-hosts. She's not here. She
How
actually
come everybody giggle when they say his name, right? Like when they mention it, choo choo.
You know what? I can't even answer the question.
Everybody do that, man. Like
I'm gonna tell you why I laugh. I always laugh because I remember my initial introduction to him was when he was too true to Dirty Mac and he was making like Milwaukee style porn movies back
Right.
in the days. And it was
You know what?
hey,
I
but,
think
hey, that's dope though. I think that's dope what he's doing.
he was on Jenny Craig too, right? For being a pimp or something, right?
was he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so on.
So
Okay.
So on.
yeah.
Hey, I think that's dope what he doing though, like an awards thing. You know what I mean for Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I think that's dope, man.
I mean,
Okay.
he got his own lane.
Yeah.
He got his own lane, doing his own thing, ain't bothering nobody.
And
Mhm.
that's what it's all about. Milwaukee is
He
us.
always had his own lane.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. Us in Milwaukee establishing our own lanes and trying to. But see, the thing is like I said, we're a city of silos, so we all do something well. The one thing we don't do well in Milwaukee is we don't play nice together. So we
Right.
don't. We've yet to find a way to put all of this stuff together, and that's why I'm talking about saying, us being represented nationally. When I look on YouTube or I look online and I see other podcasters, other shows, other outlets, platforms, and they rep where they're from very hard. We don't really have that entity for Milwaukee. I'm not saying it can't be done, but I think it will be more of a collaborative effort. And so, like, that's why I wanted to talk to you about your studio because you're offering, or well, you still are, but even then, you were offering people in the community a platform to come and show what they can do and really put it out there to try and build some sort of network. So I wanted to talk about the music scene in Milwaukee. I think you'd be the perfect person to ask, especially now, because we know everything's changed from old heads like myself when we went to the store and bought CDs and all this kind of stuff. In the whole new streaming, download, upload era, what are the differences that you've noticed? And you've been in the game a long time. So let's talk about some of the differences you see now in the music scene in Milwaukee.
What I see different now is that back when I was doing music, when you drop an album, You didn't do nothing else for a whole year. Now they dropping videos and songs every week. It's like they
Yeah.
put out so much material, and to me, it's like, for what? What? I mean, an artist just sent me a video. Man, I got a hit. This is the one. Well, come a month later, you saying the same thing. I'm like, what happened to the first hit you told me about? Nobody's taking time out to push their music.
Okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You just putting out music because now everybody got home studios, so it's so easy to put out music. But they ain't putting no money behind the music. You just putting out music, but the music ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
Right.
You know, so that's the difference I see now. You know, like when we did the albums we pushed one album for maybe about 2 years. 2 years before we even decided to do anything else. You know, so they putting out music so fast, they're not giving their music a chance to get nowhere.
Okay.
And that's the difference I see right now.
You know, and that's all that you're right. You know, just to build on it though, you look at the industry. Like the industry, what's the name? Soldier Boy started it. You know what I mean? Like with YouTube, you know what I mean? You get a song that go on YouTube and you start getting some money, you know what I mean? And that's all it really takes is one song. But like you say, you know what I mean? If they can have a chance to really push the music that they doing, a lot of them songs that's just falling to the wayside could have been that one that they say is the one.
Look at Cardi B when she dropped, was it Bodak Yellow? What's the name of that song? Bodak, what's it called?
Her first hit? Yeah, it was like
How long
Bodak.
did they push that one song? Probably like 2 years before her album came out.
Right.
It took one song.
Uh-huh.
And they drove it down our throats every single day on the radio. Every day. She did, and then when she did another song, it was a feature. If I hit it one time, I'm a bite. So whatever the song it was. By what's the song with the boy? What's his name?
I'm trying to think of what is the white dude from California?
Yeah, the white dude. Yeah. And that wasn't even her song.
Right.
So she didn't do nothing for like 2 years. They drove that song down our throat until she got famous.
Wow.
So that's what I tell artists. Why you dropping 5 videos a month? You know, it just don't make no sense to me. But different strokes for different folks. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do.
Right. That's just where the music done went though. You know what I mean? It's more about singles than having a quality album. You know, we used to take pride in constructing an album. You know what I mean? Like we'd come up with a name for the album and all the songs had to go with that album. And you know what I mean? It was more of a creative process.
See, when I've been to the studio a couple of times with some of these artists, they're writing right there. So wait a minute, you're paying for studio time and writing at the same time.
Yeah, right.
Makes sense.
Okay.
See, when we did it, we did everything at home. We rehearsed the whole album. Everything at home. Then we went to the studio. We knocked out the whole album in 2 sessions because we already rehearsed. That you weren't gonna waste my money going in the studio writing to the beat. That don't even make sense.
Right.
I see a lot of that too.
Prosper.
And then one more thing. When we used to do music, I had my cousin write a hook to the music, and I told him it was foul on purpose just so they could write something else. Why you going with your first idea? Why your first idea is the first thing you want to roll with? No, write 3 or 4 hooks and let's pick one.
You know what? And that's okay. So before we even get going, and we don't want to come off as the old, the old heads who are
right when we die
about the music, right? Like because a lot of cats say, well, anytime anybody the old heads they want to give us advice, but we don't listen. So when we talk to young artists nowadays, okay, or when they come to you now, do they come to you with their videos for advice, or do they just come like, no, this is what we got, boom, 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 let's go?
It depends. Sometimes they say, hey, Mel, how can I get my video on? And I'll tell them, this is what we do, and we move on. Sometimes they'll say, hey, what do you think? I'm probably the wrong person to ask because I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to really tell you, if your shit, I'm going to tell you it's shit.
Okay.
I'm not going to hold back because you ask.
Okay.
Some people take offense. Some people don't.
So have you ever had to tell an artist, turn down maybe some money, turn down the video and say, nah, this shit sucks. I can't have you on.
Now, if the video is a quality video, but the song is whack, I don't judge the song. I
Okay.
judge the visual because that's what we watching. I
Right.
can't say I'm not. I can't say like the radio. Oh, your song foul. I'm not gonna play it. No, it's more. It's more than ears. I just got 2 ears. So
Okay.
that's not fair for me to say your song foul. Well, it's almost 200. I mean, almost 2 million people can get 24. So I just need to make sure the video is quality and clear for TV. I try not to judge the song. If it's foul, that's to me that's fine. But as long as the video, the quality is good.
Okay. Okay. So hold on a second. Let me see. I think this brother was trying to I'm sorry. You know what? We got to I think she was you trying to call the show? I think I sent you the wrong thing. I think I sent her the wrong thing. I'm sorry. Trying to call the show. I sent her the studio link. Um so when we talk about because the music scene here is always interesting to me because I'm from the era where we didn't they were trying to come, so we had like E Play Smooth and Ice Moan, and we had what's the other brother name? uh yeah, we had a bunch of the boot camp clique. We had a bunch of different people, but
Yeah,
no really
I just got interviewed by Fidel from the boot camp clique the other day.
You,
right,
you you know back then it was only like 20 rappers from Milwaukee, maybe 30. It wasn't that many.
right.
Yeah, now it's one on every corner.
Well, yeah, but none of them. Okay, so even with the old school way, because I know Powerhouse, who were in my neighborhood, and actually shout out to Tank because we do the Big Black Sports Show on Tuesdays. We'll be doing that tomorrow. Um, the thing is like, okay, so there was a process back then, like you referenced it about everybody having a home studio, and back then you really had to go to a studio. Like
That's right.
they were recording on 2-inch reels, and
Yeah,
like you're talking about then, um, it cost money to be in the studio, so you weren't gonna write your song
yeah,
before you went to the studio. You better have it written when you get there, because
yeah,
We was spending like 50 an hour, 40 an hour.
yeah,
Sometime, and then there's some people what I mean, you may catch 25 an hour. But yeah, we was paying for that time.
yeah. So when you
right.
went there, you wanted to be on point.
Yeah. So when we see, and I'm looking at the artists now because my son is of this age. So I look at my generation where we fell in love with Baby Drew and Cuckoo Cal, and there was a lot of live instrumentation on their music, and there was a whole production process that mirrored the old way of doing things. And so when I've tried to give these youngsters a chance now, because like I said, my son is on this music, and I'm listening to the music and I'm saying sonically, I just can't, there's no musical value there. It's all 1 808 with a couple pink, pink, plink, plink, plinks along the line. Songs are made with no hooks. Like and even there's so many videos that are on YouTube
With no hook.
by Milwaukee artists, right? Right, where maybe 3 verses, no hook, no, just straight through. I mean, it's all about the visual. It's all about the money phones and the guns and the weed and the lean, and I'm saying, okay, you all have an opportunity to really get your music out there, but I feel like the quality, and I don't want youngsters. There's really no musical quality to what they're doing, is what I'm saying.
Right. No, you're right. It's like they just going in and put anything together. There's no effort.
Right. So like when they come to you, and like I said, you are pretty much a gatekeeper in terms of having the videos and saying, I'm gonna put your video on my show. Do you ever give them any kind of creative feedback?
All the time. But you know what? Only when they ask.
Okay.
Only when they ask. But if I deny a video, then I tell them why.
Okay.
Because a lot of times if you volunteer your opinion, they don't like that.
Right.
So if they ask me, we talk.
Okay.
If it's good, I'm gonna let them know it's real good. Ain't no in between to me. It is a whack or it's good.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I feel like, okay, so the comparison with Detroit rap and Milwaukee rap, like I'm there's a distinctive style here. Like, and okay, so the things that they're rapping about, because there's drill music in Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
and there's what they do in Milwaukee and Detroit, which is similar, but like now you're seeing drill music is being banned from a lot of places across the country, and so I
Why?
think, well, because of the content, and in particular in New York, there's individuals getting murdered because, like, they really have a gang problem in New York.
Right.
So the mayor of New York recently sat down with a bunch of rappers, and he basically stated that they're gonna ban drill rap, like, because
Wow.
and there's DJs on their biggest stations who's refusing to play it. So, like in a city like Milwaukee, where we have all these issues, socioeconomic conditions, the homicide, the crime. So, should we hold V100 accountable? Because they're, and I'm saying them because they're the primary source of the latest in hip hop music. So should we say to them, you know what? Stop playing that. Stop playing that negative music. Stop playing the shoot 'em up, bang bang, slutty slut slut. And so should that extend to you as well? Like, where you get to a video and you say, you know what? I'm not going. This one I'm gonna turn down because it's too many guns. It's
Well,
too many negative images.
with me with my show, let me give you an example. You can say bitch on TV. You can show guns on TV. You can smoke weed on TV. On Channel 24. But I don't allow it. Now if you got a gun in your pocket, I'll let it go through. But just waving them around the screen, we ain't doing that.
Okay.
And if it's in your pocket, maybe even sitting on the table, I may let it go. But and then if you're using it like for like a movie, you're getting chased by the police, something going on, but just to be waving them doing that, no, we ain't doing that.
So well, not a live performance, but like if they bring you a video where it's
Video,
a live,
right? That's what I'm
okay.
talking about.
Okay.
Now we're gonna do that. And
Hey,
then
but you know,
let me say this real quick. Anytime you say, well, it's too many guns, B100, they're talking dirty, whatever it is. When a person say, well, Mel, you shouldn't have that on your show, guess what I'm gonna tell them? Say the same thing to Channel 4, Channel 6, Channel 12, and don't just put it on me, because you can turn to any station and see drugs, you see girls, see shooting. So when you see it on my show, make sure you tell everybody to stop doing it, not just me.
Okay.
right.
And,
I don't
and
think I don't think you can really blame like the radio stations though. You know what I'm saying? Cause see, they got to run with who the record
No,
labels.
no, I mean,
You
and
know
most
what I
of them,
mean? It's they pretty much got to go more with the major record labels. Cause it's like, okay, you gonna play this song, or you can't play these other artists who we got no more. You know what I'm saying? It's like they use
right,
their leverage
right,
on them and shit, too. You know what I mean? So we got to. I think it's more on the record label
yeah,
that's actually making this music.
yeah.
okay.
Let me give you an example. It was a video on my show by Sincere and KT. I forget. The song was called Halloween. It was a whole little skit where they kidnapped the girl, threw her in the car, and it was a little skit. Well, come Sunday morning, I get an inbox. Somebody was mad. Man, I can't believe you doing this and showing that. You need to take that off. I said, okay. When you get Channel 12 and everybody to take off what they doing, and and I'll take off mine too. Don't just single me out. So
So
that's what I
so
did with that.
so okay. So this is the conversation that we have, and I'm not accusing you of
Oh,
being
right. We
right.
just talking.
Right. It's just for the sake of conversation. As a concerned member of our community, because I am a concerned member of our community, and I see and I know for a fact that the music and the culture has such a big influence on youngsters.
Yeah.
Because I'm from that ghetto boy NWA Too Short era of music, in which I know that we was listening to this music and we was thinking we was living out the videos. The generation before me was from the Shaft, Superfly
Yeah.
era, the
Yeah.
Mac, Goldie, and they thought that they was living it out. So
Yeah.
we know that this art is going to imitate life, or this life will imitate this art at a certain point. I guess I'm
Right.
saying. So now we all, I feel like, have responsibilities to youngsters
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to basically controlling some of the things that we give them,
Yeah.
right? Like, so as a parent, you could say, okay, my son is 8, right? And maybe I got a pile of porno tapes laying around, right? It's my responsibility to make sure he don't get to see those before he should.
That's right.
If he sees them, I can't say, well, shit, it's out there. I got to tell
Right.
then tell Playboy to get rid of their tapes or tell Hustler to get rid of their tapes. I guess I'm trying to figure out where do we start at when it comes to regulating some of the messages that our youngsters are getting a hold to. Where do we start at as OGs, as big homies, as parents, as fathers? Where do we start at?
But you know what? We need to start with the kids
Okay.
because if you can go on YouTube and see almost anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we need to make sure they ain't going on themselves.
Okay.
Because if it wasn't on radio, if they had no access to the radio or access to TV, everybody got a phone, everybody got a computer. So you can still kind of see some of that stuff without the radio or without me or without whoever. So it's there. What you're talking about is there in reach. So we got to make sure we let our kids know, like, hey, this is what it is. Don't be doing this, don't be doing that, and watch out for that.
Okay.
That's all pretty much.
And the only reason I ask is because, like I said, when I'm watching these videos on YouTube with my son, I'm seeing a lot of things that become teachable moments as a parent. I'm seeing a lot of stuff to say, whoa, hey, that right there, let me, and like I said, let's be honest, we talk about, well, it's just a video, or it's just a movie, or it's just a song, but we know youngsters take that shit to heart, right? Like they're going to take that in and say, that's what I want to be, that's who I want to be, that's how I want to be, especially in a city like Milwaukee, where it's copycats galore. So when I'm looking at their videos, I'm saying, I feel like y'all just imitating somebody. Nobody's really like, where's the definitive sound? I feel like Hank and all those brothers, they had a sound that represented Milwaukee. It was like, that's a Milwaukee sound. Now I'm like, I can't hear it in the auto tune and the plink, 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 plink with the 808s. So it's kind of hard. Like, I'm like, I don't want to be totally down on the youngsters. And I know that music ain't for me anyways. My days are coming on.
So check this out. When I first started my show, my son said, hey, Dad, you got to get Munch Lawrence on the show.
Okay.
I said, okay, well, let me see some music. I thought it was terrible. I thought this was the worst. I thought it was garbage.
Okay.
Now he my top 5.
Okay.
But see, like you said, I wasn't used to that generation of music. I wasn't used to the Little Chickens. I didn't like none of that stuff. Okay. But my son told me, he said, Dad, it don't matter if you like it. And that's why I say I don't judge the music.
But doesn't it matter if we like it though? People say that, well, it don't matter if you, but I feel like it should matter. I think that's what makes great music great, is that it crosses all genres, it crosses age limits. A great song like permeates everybody. Everybody can agree on old people, young people, black people. So I feel like sometimes people offer you something trash, and if you don't like it, they say, well, you don't have to like it, but it's trash though. Like, I mean, I guess.
But guess what? Somebody like it.
Right. Okay.
Think about it. Say like, if you had it, if each artist had a chance to hit play and everybody in the world can hear his song, somebody gonna like it. Somebody. I don't think it's one person. Somebody gonna like every single song because everybody ears is different.
Right.
That's and true. And I get it from your perspective. Like you're running the show. So it's not up to you as far as what's good or not. You know what I mean?
On the music side, right.
Exactly. It's not up to you. You know what I'm saying? You just there to share the content.
That's right. I need to make sure the video quality is good because it's visual.
Right. And that represents your show.
Yeah, you don't want to watch a movie and they get up in the middle of the screen and walk past. You're going to be like, man, this is bootleg. I don't want to look at this.
Right.
So that's how I am with my show. The quality of the video need to be, pretty decent. Now, if the song is real foul, it just foul. Trust me. It many times I'm sitting here doing my show and my wife be like, you finna play that? Yeah, honey, the video good. She's like, oh, wow.
Turn the TV down there. Let's watch the video.
Yeah, let's watch the video, mute the TV.
Right. I guess, okay, so we've been fortunate enough to have some real legendary rappers on here. MC Shan, OG Big Mike, Mac Mall, some dudes who really done it in the music business.
Cadillac.
Yeah, Tweet Cadillac, AMG, just cats who done had big records and big hits. and we talk about music for what it is now versus what it was then. We even had my man from here, Godzilla, on here, and the conversation always goes to the process. The process is, so I don't know if videos, if filming is the same way, because I, from the video editing techniques and all that stuff that I learned, I went to college in the 90s, so it was all analog. So a lot of that technology is gone. Like, how do
Right.
you think you're gonna black out a tape? What get out of here, right? So
Music and videos is the same. It's just music and it's video. So when you doing your levels for your audio, I'm
mhm.
doing my levels for the colors.
All right, okay,
So it's kind of the same. You don't want your colors too high because your red gonna be all red, real red, right?
right,
Same thing. You don't want your vocals too high because they'll get distorted. So
okay.
your colors get distorted too. So it's the same thing, but it's just video and that's audio.
But do you think some dudes is taking shortcuts now? Because I see a lot of stuff that's like you take a cheap drone shot. Where I know when some of y'all got a drone, because you have 17 overhead views in your video or your movie. Like,
Right,
God
right,
damn, this brother got him a drone. Like,
right,
he
right,
doesn't
right,
Best Buy. So, but I mean, you don't have to, because technology's changed. You don't have to do the same kind of walk that you used to have to do. So do you think it takes away from the, because I remember Hype Williams used to do videos back in the days. It was like a big production, like
big
Hype Williams
production.
doing $2 million videos. And now I'm looking back at them and I'm saying, damn, that didn't last. That the CG didn't last. It didn't age well. Like, it looks horrible now. But you
Right,
don't, videos. As a matter of fact, we just talked about last week. They're bringing Yo MTV videos back, and it's going to be hosted by Princess Diamond Cuts and the boy Conceited from Nick Cannon's Wild 'N Out. And we
okay,
talked about how the video ain't as as big a deal as it once was. Like, back in the days, you rushed home to see so and so's new video. Now you be like, damn, I didn't even know they made a video for this. Like,
right. The difference between now and the market that I'm in, to me, is better than an MTV or a BET or even a Puff Daddy channel because I target unknown artists. See, unknown artists get the word out there. See, if my show was just all about playing, all the main, playing Jay-Z and all that, I'd be like everybody else.
mhm.
It wouldn't be no difference. But when it's unknown artists, they promote, they call, they doing everything, let people know they on TV. See, however big my show get, I kind of want to keep it right there. I do like interviewing some of the national artists, but my main target is unknown artists because they work hard, they go out and let people know they on TV, and that's what makes the TV show bigger. See,
Okay.
right now, if you turn to MTV, so what? You can watch all them videos on YouTube. You know them all. It's no big deal. It's no big. If Lil Wayne on my show, he ain't finna go crazy, man. I'm on Spotlight. It's no big deal to him. He used to it.
Okay. So if you all are just tuning in, it's Outlaw Radio, live from the basement on a Monday night. The Witch Doctor, the Whisperer, and Mr. Melvin James, who is
Hey,
host, proprietor, creator of the 414 Spotlight, which could potentially be Milwaukee's own BET. I don't know how, I guess it depends on how big or small somebody's vision is. I feel like that's another thing. Like I keep saying, we all have these lanes that we're good at and where we all exist separately. Everybody operates independently, which is good too. But I think that there should be more of a spirit of us as opposed to I in Milwaukee. That's another show though. Welcome to the show, my brother. And we were talking about, things that have changed because I'm an old head and I accept that now. But like when I
how
watch,
old are you? Because you keep saying you old. You don't look old at all. What you about 30?
well, I'm 46 years old. So
Okay, all right,
yes, sir.
all right. I take that back.
Right, right.
We
So
about the same age. I take that back. All right, I see you
the old gospel song, I'm coming up,
now.
from that era.
I hear you.
On the rough side. Uh, but so I mean, we look at now this generation, like, okay, so hip hop, and I am also known as the hip hop snob, and that because I'm very particular about rap music. I'm very particular about it, and there's certain things I have certain kinks when it comes to my rap music. Like I have a thing with white rappers, right? Like I have a thing with too much auto tune. I have a thing with you have no real instruments in your music. I have all these hangups with rap music. But I mean, the show goes on. So I'm watching it now and I'm watching the new age cats and how they're doing it. Can you tell me who's a new rapper that you see now that you say I'd like to do a video for him or her, or I really dig what they doing?
Well, I did. I worked with a guy named Easy Money, and
Okay.
he said, Mel, I'm trying to get my name out here more. You know, what's your ideas? So I said, well, I like doing remakes, and the reason for that is not to make money all the time. You're trying to get known. So I said, well, let's do this. Let's get together with Munch Lawrence. We got Lucy Lou and Easy Money. I said, go get Master P Free Codes beat. We're gonna redo that, and we're gonna shoot the video for it. And I said, let's see the reaction off of it. So while we were shooting the video, when the beat came on at the gate, everybody started dancing. He had their attention. And he said, oh, I said, see, they ain't even heard you rap, but they knew the beat.
Right.
I said, so that really helped him around the city of Wisconsin because they heard a beat they knew. See, people remake the songs all the time, but I might not even know the song. You grab an old Master P beat, an old Tupac beat, somebody really, really know, whether it's real dope or not, they're going to listen because they know the music. So he gained a lot of more followers that way, and now he's doing a little bit better.
Okay. Because I've listened to, like I said, I've listened to so many of them, and the only one that I see that involves any kind of real music is the young boy Rod Wave. But like the rappers wise, I mean, of course you got your J. Cole's and your Kendricks, and you got those dudes, but I mean that there's this class that's coming below them. And I think the problem is a lot of artists have lost respect for music, period. Like it's just, I think they disregard the importance of music. Like it's okay, I'm a rap about shooting this, shooting that, popping this, making that, stacking that, but you forget how important that music up under that is. Like great words with great music together, that's what make great songs. So when I listen to a lot of the youngsters, I'm like, man, none of y'all are taking the time to like make yourself different from the other. We had a million gangster rappers, but they were all different. Like they all sounded different. They all came at you a different way. When I'm listening to this music now, as hard as I'm trying, I'm not seeing that. I'm not hearing that. I'm like, that sounds exactly the same. You wasn't even trying to hide it.
Right.
At least try to fool me and shit, right? Like,
right. How much Milwaukee music would you say you heard?
As opposed, I mean, when are we talking?
I mean, just from the last 5 years, 10 years, whatever. You say you heard a whole lot of it, or just here and there?
I would say I've heard. I'd say a fair amount, because I don't want to overstate it, but I don't want to understate it either. I would say a fair amount, not probably not as in depth as you, but a fair amount.
10 years of work for Milwaukee music, I heard.
Okay.
So I don't think nobody in the city ever heard that much Milwaukee music like I hear it.
Okay.
It's a lot. Think about it. I've been on for 10 years. I've seen artists come and go, went to jail, someone passed away. I've seen so much. So it's a lot of different people here. It just that y'all just everybody never heard him. Petty Hendrix was one of my favorite artists. You know who Petty Hendrix is?
No, I don't.
He did rock and roll and rap. You can't find nobody in Milwaukee that did rock and roll and rap. If you heard his rap, you would have never thought he did rock and roll. And if you heard his rock and roll, you would have never thought he did rap.
What was his name?
Petty Hendrix.
It seemed like I have heard of that name. It seemed like I've heard of that name.
He's the best performer in this city.
Okay.
Nobody will put on a better show than Petty Hendrix. Their boy is cold. He is cold. He's been around for a while. His name is Petty Hendrix.
And so, does he have some work coming out, or is what he got?
He's incarcerated right now.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, yeah, he was doing really, really well on the show.
Okay.
Him and Munch Lawrence was the first two Milwaukee artists that I paid to be in the show. I don't pay Milwaukee artists to be in shows. Them was the first two I paid to be in the show.
Now you said you won't pay. Why won't you pay Milwaukee artists?
If I book, just say you or my man right here on the screen, I run out of venue, right? I give you what you asked for. You can't even probably guarantee me 50 people. Ain't too many artists in the city can guarantee me 50 people will come see them. I ain't
Right.
trying to say all of them.
Right.
Now, let me give an example. Munch Lawrence to throw a concert right now. I talk to Munch Lawrence all the time. It'll sell out. You know why? Because it's his show. But
Okay.
if I book him, it's different. The
Okay.
promotion is different. See, he can say, hey, I'm Munch Lawrence. I'm having a show. Everybody come out. It's his show.
Right. Got you.
They'll come out. Munch Lawrence sell out all the time when he have a show. All the time.
Right. And see,
But
that make a big difference when you
yeah.
that make a big difference when you promoting the show. You
Yep.
know, if I'm gonna pay you $500, you need to be able to cover that. You know what I'm saying? I used to say that back in the day when I used to rap. Motherfuckers used to talk that shit like I need $400 or something if I'm gonna do a verse. Well, your verse, your name need to sell this much. If somebody see your name on this album and they one of your fans, they need to buy that because they want to hear your shit.
Yeah.
You
That's
got to
right.
be that type of motherfucker for me to pay you. You got to
Yeah.
be able to cover your name.
That's me. I tell people, you got a fan base, let's share tickets. Period. I mean, you know, not that they didn't want to make no money, but I ain't gonna sit you down, give you a contract, and pay you, you know, $1,000 at the end of the night. No, here goes some
Right,
tickets. We can split. I'm gonna
Okay.
sell
right,
some, you sell some.
right.
So that's how I used to do to get my shows going like that. But like I said, it's very, very, very few artists that I'm gonna pay for a show. I can probably name about 3 that I'll probably pay.
Now, see, to me, that says a lot about this thing. Like
Yeah.
if this brother
You know,
saying,
I mean, and that, like I said, they do got fans,
right,
but if they book their own show, how many people gonna come out?
right.
B Justice booked the show. He did his
But
own show
that's
at Spotlight, right? You know who B Justice is?
I've heard of him.
Okay. Yeah, these guys, man. B Justice, to me, he already made it. He just ain't got the music money. He didn't got like the industry money, but to me, he made it to me. When I see B Justice, it's like looking at anybody in the industry to me. The boy Cole. He put a lot of money. All his videos are top quality. All his engineers, promotion, the van, everything is top
Okay.
quality.
right.
B Justice.
See that ain't acting funny. That's just business.
Business. So when
You
people
know what
ask
I'm
me,
saying?
Mel, who?
See, you know, sometimes like right now, right? People will invite me to do their events. But then when they invite me to do their events, they may charge me. You know what I mean? But now, okay, if you're gonna charge me, I need to know there's a bunch of people coming through your door.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm talking about when I'm going to their vending events and I'm selling my teas and shit, right?
Yeah.
So when I go, I gotta know that you got some people coming through the door if I'm gonna be paying you money to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just business. You
Yeah.
can be my friend. I'm not gonna just give you $100 just to come sit up in your face for nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? That don't make no sense. So like I say, it's not acting funny, it's just business.
Yeah. Now, people like, let me give an example. Like Lil Boosie coming here, whoever coming here, them cats be charging $1,500 to open up, right? $1,000 to open up for these national artists. First of all, they're not gonna see you anyway. The door's gonna open up at 7. You're gonna come on about 7:30. You just paid $1,500.
Right.
$100 or $1,000, whatever it is, to open up at this show. The Miller Highlight Theater hold 4,000. Well, when you perform, it's gonna probably be about 300-400 people there, because they know the man coming on later. Anybody coming in early to see you?
Right.
So here I am with my show. Let me see. We can average anywhere over 100,000 views a night. We charge $100 for 5 weeks. So look at that. You spend $1,500 to $1,000, and you're gonna perform, even if it was packed at 4,000 people. Say if it was packed. Okay. Well, on Spotlight, you're gonna get, like I said, close to 100,000 people watching you in one night.
Right.
But you'll spend $1,500 to $1,000 to open up for somebody for 5 minutes, and less than probably, like I said, no more than 500 people.
And the way they do you, just gonna be so shiesty. You know what I'm saying? Because see, they gonna have you thinking you opening up. Then they gonna come with their own people that really open up for them. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say this, man. I talk a lot, so let me know when y'all ready to jump in. Me and my wife and my team, we was doing a concert with Fat Joe, Yin Yang Twins, and Young Jock, right? So this was my lineup. I'm gonna see if I can remember it. I had who would I have opening up? Let me see. I had Young Jock coming on first, I think. Then I had Destiny Lynn coming behind him. You ain't never heard of that. I was treating the Milwaukee artists like they was national artists. So I think it was Young Jock, Destiny Lynn, Yin Yang Twins, then Munch Lawrence. Nobody never seen that before.
Okay.
I was, because see, to me, them were some of the top artists that was on the show. So I was treating them just like I was treating everybody else. They had dressing rooms and everything. They would have had dressing rooms. The concert didn't happen, but they would have had their own dressing rooms, their whole nine and everything.
So why didn't the concert happen?
Tickets was bad. We selling up tickets.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, when you looked at the flyer, when the flyer came out, they was on the flyer with them. They didn't have to make no old separate flyer. They throw their face on there.
So, okay, I feel like, first of all, I want to welcome people who are just now tuning in. It's Outlaw Radio. On a Monday, live from the basement, we have my brother, Melvin James, here. He is the host of 414 Spotlight. What we're talking about is the music scene in Milwaukee. And I feel like we kind of dancing around it, and ain't nobody really putting a hat on this pony. So we're talking about, I feel like, how compromised the music scene is here, and the artists that we have. The way we're coming off, we have a few artists here. This is the way this show's sounding so far. We have a few artists here who are okay, but for the most part, don't waste your time, don't waste your money. That's the way it's like. It sounds like, yeah, you second class in a second class city with a second class sound. Is it just that the music scene here sucks, or do most of the artists here suck? Okay.
See, I named 3 people to you, and you didn't know none of them.
Right.
So, for you to really speak on the music scene, it's kind of hard because B Justice, Big Mike is probably one of the most known people in Milwaukee just for doing promo music. I mean, he's so creative. Big Mike, B Justice. Who was that name? You didn't know who he was. Petty Hendrix.
Yeah, Petty Hendrix. I didn't know.
If you heard these, now Big Mike wasn't a really big rapper, but he did a lot of stuff to get known. He got 1 million views on YouTube, 1 million views on TikTok. He's doing his thing. I mean, just literally, he did a song called Tax Time. It was kind of funny, but it went so far because it was a different kind of video. See, a lot of these artists, they scared to be creative. See, they don't want to get out there and make a song because I'm happy. They think it's corny. They don't want to do that. They want to, like you said, they want to do all this gun shit, the gun play. But when you look at all the hit songs, to them, they corny. Okay. Kanye West, look at Gold Digger. They wouldn't. Nobody from Michael would have made a song like that. They think it's corny.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
You kind of going where I'm going. That's
nobody want to step out the box.
Okay.
Nobody wants to do that. Everybody think, oh man, that's foul. I asked the artist. I said, man, listen, his name was T36. I hope he listens. I always tease them about this. Dope artist. I said, hey man, let's do a video. And I want to shoot a video, but I want to remake the movie 300. Guess what he thought? Oh man, that's gonna be whack as hell. I said, what? I said, but bro, nobody else is doing that. You have never seen anybody remake the movie 300. Just recently, Busta Rhymes did it. So guess what I did? I sumped in the video and I didn't even say nothing. Oh, Mel, you were right. I said, see, somebody beat me to the punch.
Okay.
So nobody wants to be creative. Everybody want to sit in the living room. Most of their videos in their living room, standing around cars. I get a lot of videos like that. That's why I like B Justice. You should have heard how T-Pain was all over B Justice when he saw one of his videos. He was like, this guy from Milwaukee?
There it goes.
T-Pain was all over him.
There it goes. You just said it. He from Milwaukee? I mean, there's a condescending tone, and we all use it. Yeah. We all use it with our own city. That's what I'm saying. So I was basically, my assessment of the music scene was pretty much the same as what you said, and I don't feel like anything creative's catching my ear. When I am listening to local music, I'm saying time and time again, I don't hear anything that catches me because it's not creative as I would like it to be.
Right.
So I think I can say it sucks, even if I don't know all of the people who you named. Like I think I can still say, yeah, this shit kind of sucks. That's why I could say that. I mean, you know.
No,
I
you're
think
right.
with rap,
It's a lot of horrible music out here. You're right. But see, but on my end,
it's
I hear a
different
whole
genres
lot.
of hip hop.
What you say?
It's different genres of hip hop.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? And see, y'all talking about two different genres. See, Kev, you talking about the music scene for the youth, and then it's also a music scene of entertainers who can entertain our age too. You know what I mean? They still into the show production, putting on a good show. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
The youth, they ain't worried about putting on a good show. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And I think that's what sucks about the music scene. Like we can't really get with it all with everything, but and that don't really suck. That just mean that it's still a big pot of gumbo.
yeah. And going back to Munch Lauren,
We
like I
just,
said,
we
when I
just
first
ain't
heard him,
getting it all.
I wasn't feeling it. But it took him a while. It grew on me. I talked to Munch twice a week. And I tell him the same thing I told y'all. Dude, I thought you sucked. You were horrible to me. But now I took time out and listened to him. I call him the new Too Short.
Oh wow. Okay.
Because you know why? I heard it. I heard what he talked about. I can't say what nobody else heard. I heard some stuff. I said, man, you Too Short ain't your daddy.
Wow.
That's how dirty he be. That's how he talk. It's like an up-to-date Too Short.
Right. Okay, so I would never doubt that it ain't some brothers from here who can spit. We know that. We know it's some dudes who, because like I say, I mean, I'm from Drew to Cuckoo and a bunch of other brothers who you probably never heard of from here that I know that could rap that never went platinum. But what I'm saying is I look at every other city, and it's the same way that I assess us when it comes to like podcasting and content creators. I look at this whole country and I look at regions, I look at cities. It's cities way smaller than Milwaukee. Like, because we look at ourselves like, well, it's not a big city, is it? It's places that are smaller that have 2, 3 triple platinum rappers. Milwaukee has none. Like, and I can't figure it out to save my life. Even this is how long? Okay, so my hip hop thing probably starts around 78 when I'm 3 years old. They say hip hop's 50. So if we're in year 50 and Milwaukee's still minus my projects, because with respect to my man Cuckoo, maybe it's platinum now or whatever. I don't, but we don't have that artist, the signature artist. Like, we don't have that from here. You're gonna say speech, please. Oh, somebody gonna say Arrested.
No, I'm not gonna say that. No.
Right, okay. I was because somebody, somebody always say, what about speech? It's like
what about Eric Benet? No, he don't count.
For me, he doesn't.
Okay, all right.
For me, he doesn't. And it's probably unfair that I feel that way, but
nope. I opinion, man. Go do your thing. No,
but I mean, but Eric Benet does he have songs that are triple platinum? Does he have like albums that so I know he's had some hits, but is he really a next tier artist or just an R&B dude? Like,
right. Well, okay, well, never mind. Tank was from here too, right?
Tank, yeah, well,
Tank love with it.
Time here.
Hey, that's one of them things. It could be debatable. Like he was born here,
right?
But don't nobody remember him.
Hey, he pissed here one time, right? Like,
now listen. To me, Cuckoo Cow would have been that artist you're talking about, but the drugs took over.
Exactly, no doubt about that at all.
That was to me. That was our only person, and besides Lakia is right there. I mean, ain't nobody doing the biggest Lakia right now. That's from Milwaukee.
Okay.
You know Lakia is?
I'm familiar. She just did a song with the boy from Detroit too, right? Like
yeah.
So my son keep me pretty up to date.
Okay. Oh, your son, right.
He keep me pretty up to date.
Hey, the music scene, like, and that could be subjective to every individual too, because it depends what type of music you hearing, what type of music do you like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that could be subjective to the individual also.
Well, okay. So if I must be specific, then when I talk about Milwaukee hip hop, okay, Milwaukee rap, Milwaukee hip hop, we do have a Cuckoo, we do have a Drew. But I'm even just saying, overall, there's no major artist that's gonna be on anybody's Mount Westmore or whatever have you. Like we don't have a top 20 MC right?
Right.
Like even though I put Drew and Cuckoo up against some of these national dudes willingly, we don't
Right.
really, you look at it like Brooklyn or a little island, a little neighborhood in Queens where it's like 30 dudes who then went, you know.
Right.
So
But
I'm saying the Milwaukee scene is compromised.
and the reason for that is that we don't have no major labels here. There's no major artists live here. It just what happened is they lived in New York, they lived in
Good
Atlanta,
point.
they lived in
That's a
Cali.
good point.
There's nothing major on the music side here in Wisconsin.
Yeah,
So
nothing was
and
in
that's not
Flint,
our fault.
Michigan either.
That's not our fault that it's like that.
That's right.
Ain't nothing we can do about that. Kanye West is happening to live in Chicago right down the street. Him and it's a couple of guys promoted from Chicago. It just so happened, hey,
All right.
you know, can't do nothing about that.
When I look at somewhere like Flint, or I look down south at all the little backwater towns where cats then got discovered from and had labels to come up from. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I'm just, I'm like, okay, I
Right.
I just think like you said, I think that there has to be a spirit of creativity that comes through, and it's just not always there. Like, dudes from here usually make music that sounds like something we hearing on the radio because it's like, okay, that's what's popping. Let me jump on that. I can do that too. And it's not your thing. So you're not really able to, hold on to it. But I will give them credit. They are doing some videos. These young brothers are doing, there's thousands of Milwaukee artists on YouTube right now with videos. Like, and I'm like, wow, where are they getting it? Somebody's editing this shit. Like,
Right. Hey, look, bad or good, it's a whole lot of it.
right. It's a lot of it. Yep. It's a lot of it. And so their voices are out there. But I think what you do is important too, because and a lot of people ain't even aware of your show. So when can they see it? How can they see it? What times, what days? What's the rundown on your show?
Every Saturday at midnight,
Okay.
Channel 24.
Okay.
4-on-4 Video Spotlight. It's an hour show. I try to keep you entertained with some of my, I guess, corny jokes with the music.
Okay.
But we be having a good time. Summertime, man. You'll catch me down at Summerfest, Stay Fair. I did interview Bone Thugs and Harmony. I try to keep the show interesting, along with the Milwaukee music. So I'm not looking to play their videos. I'm just looking for their interviews.
Okay.
Because if I say, hey, tune in, I'll be interviewed, let's say Lil Wayne or whoever. You're going to really tune in. But you're going to get Milwaukee music, but you're going to get the interview from whatever artist.
Right.
So I try to keep it tuned in that way. But yeah, every Saturday at midnight, Channel 24, man. We got the show on Amazon. You can download a link. I can put a link somewhere, and you can download the link, send the app right to your Fire Stick. It'll be right there with all the other apps. You can watch it. I'll be uploading the shows, sending all the shows over there. You can watch it that way too.
Okay. So now, but you do, it's not just rap. Like if somebody was like R&B or whatever, it's all
music.
Okay.
Music is clean and the video is quality.
Okay.
Yeah. Every once in a while, you may see a pop song on there and they be nervous. They be like, man, are they going to like it? I'm like, man, just put it on there, But yeah, you see a white guy playing a guitar, yeah, you see every once in a while, you'll see that.
Okay. Okay. Well, I hope artists are aware of how to use what you do for them. Like, let's use this as a way to get our music out here and a way to be seen and really practice the trade. But long term, what's your vision for what you do?
For Spotlight?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, I'm going to try to keep this show here. I want to be syndicated, but if not, I'm going to do it myself through Amazon, through Roku, because there's plenty of people watching the show. So I really ain't got to get syndicated through TV. But I really want to get syndicated through TV because I want to keep my views for the people that's incarcerated.
Okay.
That's what make my show kind of, I want to say, better than MTV or BET. See, that's cable stuff. Man, you know how it is to be locked up and see your son you ain't never seen? It's huge.
Right, okay.
So if I ever get syndicated, I need to stay on a local channel, not a cable network, because it's going to cut all the people that's incarcerated out.
So do you get a lot of feedback now from brothers that's incarcerated?
Over the top. I'm talking about man, they see me in public, be crying. Like I didn't know I meant that much to them. It's guys who ain't never getting out. They in there, what I'm at Summerfest. They call that going out. If I tell them I'm gonna be at Summerfest, they get dressed.
Hey, I got a question.
They
Two
get dressed.
questions. I got two questions.
Go
The
ahead.
first question is, how long should the video be? And the second question is, if I wanted to create a video where I wasn't rapping, I was just talking over the music and showing something about what I do or whatever, how would that work? Would I be able to do something like that?
Well, the video's got to be no more than 3 minutes and a half.
Right.
Well, most of these videos under 3 minutes anyway. These guys making short videos. They real short. So it's
Okay.
making you have more room on the show. But 3 minutes and a half is long enough.
Okay.
It gets your point across.
I don't need that much time.
Right.
I was just wondering, like, would I be able to do something like that? Like if I wanted to talk.
Now, say like, no, I don't do that because a lot of guys have something stuff, say like with their music playing in the background with some pictures. That's not entertaining. Because the show is visual. I try to keep the people entertained. So it'll have to be a regular video.
Okay.
Man, I did want to ask you too. So when we talk about hip hop and we talk about music, we gotta get your opinion. What's your favorite era of hip hop or your favorite artist? Like when we talk about what you like to hear when you ain't on the show, you just kicking back. What you vibing to?
You ain't gonna laugh.
I hope not.
Megan.
Okay.
Megan is one of my favorite artists.
Okay.
Megan Stallion.
Okay.
One of my favorite artists. On the national side, lyrically, the beats, I like Megan.
Okay.
Like if you just want to keep it in the city, it's quite a bit. I play a lot of Milwaukee music in my car.
Okay. That's what's up.
Oh yeah.
That's cool. And yeah, Megan ain't bad, I've always said I thought she was clever. No, I thought she was. I just hope she didn't pigeonhole herself because I felt like she was clever with her wordplay, but I felt like also too, you keep shaking it, and then it's like, okay, are you a one trick pony? No pun intended. By her being a stallion. I felt like she had so much more to say. So like she's showing that she's graduated from college and all this kind of stuff. So I just felt like she didn't, don't play yourself. That's why I always thought with her.
Yeah, that's one of the main person I would say that I can really pinpoint to. Yeah, but man, it's a lot of good music I heard, man. I got this Asian guy on my show named KT Killing Him.
Oh yeah, he been on here before. Yeah, he's been to the show.
Now see, that's shocking that you know who that is, and he ain't nowhere big as the other guys like Petty Henderson and B. Justice them. He not even close.
Yeah, I met KT through my brother Dante, who was managing him.
Dante, I know him too.
Yeah. So
go ahead, Dante.
What's
that name?
Did he just say Big Flowhead?
Yeah.
Chestnut.
Hey, been on him for a long time too.
Yeah, that's my brother. And so I met him through KT actually did some video work for me one time, a couple of short little promo videos. So yeah.
You know what's crazy? When I first started my show in 2012, the only artist that's been around that long is B. Justice.
Okay.
I watched his first video all the way up to now. You would, like I said, you would think he made it. You would think that he got signed to a record deal. The way all his stuff look now, you'd have thought somebody gave that man $1 million. That's the only artist that I really seen grown, like with Munch Lawrence and Destiny Land too. But B. Justice, that man, nobody ain't got work like him. I don't care who you name, nobody ain't got work. He probably
what's holding him back? Why is he not bubbling?
To me, I think he need to move.
Okay.
I think certain artists, you're not going to make it here because ain't nobody here to see you. Hey, you see, when you in Atlanta, you can run into QC. You can run into whoever. When you know what I'm saying? When you're in the bigger states, you can run into them people. You're not going to run into nobody here. You're going to run into Giannis and give you Giannis your music. Run into one of the Bucks players. That's about it. I tell people, look, I can really. Yeah, you got to get out of here. To me, I asked I said, "Much, why are you still here?"
Okay.
No,
Okay.
I'm getting it.
And so I'm wondering, like, when somebody bring you their video, is this what you tell them? Like, look, I'm gonna play your video, but ain't nobody gonna see this shit. You need to get out of here. Like,
No. See, that was the question for B. Just like you said, why he ain't there.
Okay.
You know,
yeah, because I'm gonna go watch some. I'm gonna go on YouTube and check out some of his stuff. I want to see, why is he not, gone? Why is he not somewhere else doing it? Like,
he got 22 videos on my show. Not no garbage. All of them top quality. I mean, top quality videos. You would have thought of Hype Williams, whoever made them. He do not play when it comes down to his music. Got to check him out, BJ. Now, I'm not saying he's the best rapper in the city. I'm just saying he got his shit together.
Okay. He had a good cameraman.
Yeah, he really got his shit together.
Okay. So I guess before we even close it down, and I would say the one thing we have to deal with our music is violence. Wherever we take it, when we try to have venues where we're going to play it or perform it, and especially here in Milwaukee, like the venues have really just gotten, where can you really go now? Because I know we used to go to Quarters for a minute and watch some shows, and maybe there's some little side places where you can go and really see hip hop, but is there really a good venue here that you would recommend where up and coming artists should go and just try to, okay, this is a safe place, we can go and do our thing, little show, not too big, but I ain't gonna get my head busted?
Nope.
Okay.
Because remember now, the COVID really messed up everything.
Okay.
And just for the record, I'm not in that building no more.
I know.
Okay. Yeah. But the COVID kind of really shut a lot of that down. Like, I haven't even had a show yet. I had one show that was a comedy show. We brought in David Mans.
Okay.
But now it wasn't music because I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go that route.
So is COVID why you left the building?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Okay. That's just a whole nother story. But that ain't why I left. Yeah, we was gone before COVID.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you plan on coming back with another kind of facility like that?
We definitely talking about it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But this time it's gonna be twice as better. That wasn't nothing wrong with that. But our vision now, me and my wife, our vision is amazing. So yeah. And
are you because there's some brothers from here, there's some young brothers who do a majority of these videos that I'm seeing on YouTube. Their names is missing me. What T Glaze did, and
T Glaze.
All those dudes who do those videos, are you cool with them cats? Do y'all congregate?
Everybody get videos in Milwaukee that shoot videos. I watch them when they grown. Too Much Movement, T Glaze, Philly Flyboy. I remember all of them when they first videos.
Okay.
When I first met Philly in person, we was at 618. He pulled me to the side and said, "So you Melvin James?" Everybody called me from jail talking about they seeing my videos. He didn't know nothing about me. He learned of me from them guys calling him from jail. Like, "Man, bro, you killing the videos." And then he's like, "How you seeing them?" 414 Video Spotlight. So we've been cool ever since.
Okay.
And I remember Philly before he got big too. So yeah, man, a lot of these artists, I watched them grow.
Now there's a little movement, if people ain't paying attention. There's a little movie movement in the Midwest, because I watch a lot of Detroit hood movies, especially on Tubi. I don't know if y'all got Tubi, but I watch a lot of the Detroit hood movies right now. Real good movies, actually, for them to be, what they are. But there's this one that they were talking about that was filmed here recently, Trust No One or something like that.
Yeah,
so are you?
His name is the bald head guy. I can't think. I interviewed him a while back. But anyway, he's a bald head guy. I think I know you talking about.
Okay.
But he's doing pretty good.
Okay.
He's been using a guy that played Biggie.
Right. That's yeah. Jamal Woolard.
His name right now.
Jamal Woolard is his name.
No, is it Jamal?
Yeah, the big actor dude.
Oh, that's his name. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I forget what the brother's name is. Who I've seen it. I've seen a lot of promotions. It's
You
on
know
Amazon.
Crossfire is
Say that again.
Haley Crossfire.
No, I ain't seen
Man,
that.
you're killing me, man. You killing me. Kaylee Crossfire, she's definitely dope. There was a show on Netflix with Snoop. Was it Snoop Dogg? Wait, it was Cardi B, Twister, Chance the Rapper. It was a contest. She was in it. Killed it. She didn't win, but she did her thing. You gotta look it up.
Wait,
I remember.
is this like one of the freestyle reality shows? Like
Nope.
Yeah.
They was judges. It was a crowd of people, and they got a chance to perform right in front of them.
Okay.
It was a contest on Netflix. It should still be on there. I don't remember the name of it, but Kaylee Crossfire was on there.
Hey, I would be the first one to tell you though, you would absolutely positively be more knowledgeable about these people than me. I don't, like I've already said, I don't hear the music that you hear because I don't.
Right. I just hate that you're getting a lot of the bad side.
Right. It all sounds the same to me.
Yeah,
When I'm listening to it and I'm like, okay, I try to distinguish, but I'm like, okay, they all sound the same. So I'm glad, I would have to converse with somebody like you to keep me.
Right. Yeah.
No. Right.
It's 10 years worth of Milwaukee music. And
yeah.
Not just Milwaukee music. I had guys from Florida, Detroit, Chicago. I would say about 95% of the music is from Milwaukee. The rest is from around the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's the stuff that you play on your show.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to check you out. You said Saturdays at midnight?
Yeah. Every Saturday at midnight on Channel 24.
Okay, we're gonna have to check that out, man.
Yeah.
My brother Melvin James from the 414 Spotlight. Man, I want to thank you for coming, man. And I don't want you to be a stranger. We got to make sure we get you back on. And so because the conversation about hip hop is one I love to have. So
yeah,
that could be a 3-hour conversation.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, let me say this: when people ask me, or when I see on social media, who the best artist in Milwaukee, is always Lil Chicken in that group.
Okay.
But that ain't my era.
Right.
You know, me and Chicken cool. And I hope we don't get mad if I say he ain't in my top 20. But that's not my era.
Exactly.
And, you know what I'm saying? He didn't grow on me like Munch Lawrence did. They in the same era. Chicken and Munch, they in the same era, but Chicken didn't grow on me like Munch did. Chicken made one song that to me I like. The Freaks Come Out at Night. He redid the beat. I know that music. Right? When he sent me that video, when that song came on, I said, see, now you got my attention. But it was only one song.
Okay.
Yeah, he redid Houdini. The Freaks Come Out at Night. Had the Freddy Krueger hand. It was a Halloween video. It was dope.
Did you like the song or did you like the beat?
What was that?
I said, so did you like the song or did you like the beat?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, both. He had the girls dancing, had the Freddy Krueger outfit on. It was entertaining. It was perfect.
Okay, I get it. I see why now. Okay.
Yeah.
And you said that was who made that video?
Lil Chicken.
Okay. Yeah, I would think with the youngsters, that's the name I hear the most out of all of them.
And like I said, that's that's the young generation. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's why. I think it's their time. That's fine. I put it like this: I stay out their business, right?
Right.
It's not for me.
Right.
I know my artist, the shit I'm listening to is probably 20 years old. They like, who the hell? My son do it all the time. Like, no, pops. I'm like, yeah, this what I do. There's a difference, and there should be because we all come from a different generation and a different time. So we just have to respect each other.
That's you like it, you don't, you don't. That's all.
Right. But like I said, I still recognize you as something that's positive because I feel like you can give these youth an opportunity to do something. And maybe it might inspire them to say, well, maybe I need to move and try something else, or
Yeah.
maybe I need to do this or that. And it can keep them off the streets, and that's the main thing.
You can only go so far in Milwaukee. You
Okay.
so far. Cougar Cow didn't make it here. No, he went. They went to time. It was a whole nother label. You know, he went to New York for a little while. You know, you have to get out of here and meet and network with other people. That's bigger than our city. You can't. Yeah, ain't nobody here. You know, you got to get away.
Yeah, that's very important. That's very important. Kamar, what time y'all leaving from down there? How much more time you got before they can get an order?
We'll be down here till about 9:30.
9:30. Okay. I want everybody to make sure you go back and check the show. Support my brother Melvin. Watch the show midnights on channel 24. And you know, you might not like the music that the youngsters are doing, but just give them credit for trying to do something. That's all I can say.
There you go.
Like, every minute you spend in this booth talking about what you're doing is time you ain't on the streets actually doing it.
There you go.
So that's like the biggest part of this. So I want to thank you for coming, my brother. Kamar, you got anybody you want to shout out before we go?
Shout out the usual suspects: Honeybee Sage, the Coochie Chocolate Live Co-op down there at the Sherman Phoenix, the whole family at the Sherman Phoenix, Control C, Funky Fresh, all the fam down there. Yeah, the usual suspects. Meatless Monday, the family ain't here. The High Frequency Chef, Tasha James. So yeah, Meatless Mondays, come down, y'all. We'll be here next Monday too.
Okay.
My brother Melvin, who you want to shout out?
You, Outlaw Radio, man, for having me on. You know, my wife and kids. My wife's sitting behind me, you know, flagging me down and making sure I say all my stuff right. But no, yeah, just everybody, Milwaukee, man. You know, just shout out everybody, man. Everybody doing their thing.
All right, man. Peace and love. Thank you for coming. Like I said, we'll get you back again, man.
All right.
You know how we do it. Once we talk once, I always tell people, hey, now you're an outlaw. People like, oh, don't tell everybody that. But once you've been on the show, you are an outlaw, man. I want to remind everybody that I'll be back on tomorrow night with the Big Black Sports Show with my brother Tank. We're just going to talk about sports, man. I feel like we try to cover every experience here at the People's Network. So we do Outlaw Radio twice a week. We do the Big Black Sports Show. And then on Thursdays, I do Outlaw Nation, which is just anything goes. So you have no excuse not to support the platform. Always tell you, man, either you're with us or you are against us, right? You have to pick a side. And if your criticism of the Black community outweighs your contribution, you're probably a coon. So I will see y'all when I see y'all, man. Peace and love.
All right.
You have to understand, either you are with us or you are against us.